This is it! This is what it's all been leading up for! Gale, force, heart, and soul! The now two-time Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, JJ Gale, for prophecy has been fulfilled!
As I wipe blood off my arms, this isn't the Stallion's blood, this is CJ Rollins' blood. And JJ Gale, when I get you in the Cheltenham Town Hall, I'll be doing the exact same thing with a belt around my waist, wiping your blood off the Stallion's massive, beautiful arms.
I've just got off the phone to Commissioner Fox, and I've demanded that he puts me in that main event. Why? Because these two are the fighting spirit and the heart and soul of what British wrestling is.
So whatever happens next, Johners, I'm here to cement my legacy as the greatest Southwest Wrestling champion in history. Because I am. Heart and soul.
Don't you know you better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Yes, finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. Talking about a revolution. Oh no.
And so, your main event of Talking About a Revolution from the Cheltenham Town Hall is your Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match. This is a triple threat, and your first competitor is a former Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. He is a former Southwest Wrestling Tag Team Champion. He is the longest reigning Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion previously seen. He was beaten by JJ Gale at WrestleVersary, looking to regain his championship. He is the Stallion, Chris Bronson.
Take it in, drink it in, understand that this is everything you could possibly want from a professional wrestler. The style, the substance, the streak of victories and wins in his past. This man is who you pin your championship on and say, take us to the moon.
One of the most beautiful spine busters in the game today. One of the most intelligent wrestlers in the game today. Chris Bronson led the way, led the charge, held Southwest Wrestling aloft until WrestleVersary here in the Cheltenham Town Hall. He is looking to regain the Southwest Wrestling Championship. He is looking to become a two-time champion, which is a very, very small list here in Southwest Wrestling. But there is an X factor. There is a component no one was expecting to be added. Ring of Honor, AEW, WAW have all felt the presence of the Gaffer. welcome to this title match, Zach Knight.
Hooligan by name, hooligan by nature. The story of the Knight family, the Knight dynasty, is woven with tragedy and triumph. But what you're seeing here is a byproduct of violence and corruption. The gaffer, Zach Knight.
Zach Knight, when talking to JJ Gale and Chris Bronson, he said to them that you're good, but you're not as good as me. And with Zach Knight, with the credentials that he has, Zach Knight, don't call him good, don't call him great, call him amazing, call him the gaffer, and maybe, just maybe, call him Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. But they are taking on someone who has scratched, clawed, grinded his way to the top, not just of Southwest Wrestling, but of wrestling worldwide. He is heart and soul. He is your Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. He is J.J. Gale. I was here at Cheltenham Town Hall. I had the honour and privilege of calling JJ Gale versus Chris Bronson with a Gale Force cutter. JJ Gale won the Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Championship and has become a fighting champion ever since. He has beaten James Ellis. He has beaten Lee Hunter. He has beaten Country Big Josh Knott. He's beaten Charlie Sterling. He defeated Joel Redman. This is the biggest test of JJ Gale's title tenure. The first time he's defending the match in a triple threat.
I have had the weight of the world on my shoulders in the same way that JJ Gale does right now. But the difference was I was an older, wiser and more experienced wrestler when I came into the championship position. The manner this kid is holding himself in is something to be admired.
You call him a kid. He is, of course, a two-time Southwest Wrestling champion. He's admitted on his own accord. When he first won that championship, he was a kid. He didn't know the weight of responsibility. He didn't know what it took to be a champion. And he had what he has called a minuscule first reign. Ever since that point, though, he has been putting in the work. He has been putting in the effort. He is promising to be a fighting champion. A champion Southwest Wrestling can be proud of. And he is going to be putting his money where his mouth is. He's going to be putting the title where his mouth is against the Stallion and the Gaffer.
Minuscule reign is still a reign. You of all people commenting on sides does not matter. But he had the title. He fought back against the odds. He won it a second time. This isn't, I don't call him a kid because I'm twice his age. But this is someone who has defied the odds and come back to stand once again as our champion.
Will he defy the odds again? We will throw it to the best in the game, Francesca. to regain his lost championship. The Stallion, Chris Bronson.
And introducing the second challenger, returning from his latest tour with All Elite Wrestling, the Gapper, Zach
A man who is looking to take over Southwest Wrestling by force.
And introducing the current reigning and defending SWW Heavyweight Champion. He is Heart and Soul, JJ Gale.
The Heart and Soul looking to defend the Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Bronson, Knight and Gale. Triple threat match, your main event for Talking About Revolution at the Cheltenham Town Hall. And here we go.
And you may not know this about me, Connor, but I'm a man on the inside, and I've got the inside track on this.
And what is the inside track, sir?
Inside track. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell the internet world. I know. Oh, good grief! Speaking of inside track, I think they just took out his internal track. Switched him clean off. JJ Gale is wrestling hurt. You heard it here first. Broadcast journalist that I am, I got the inside track on it all.
Well, I would question your sources, but hey, if JJ Gale is wrestling hurt, it shows how much more of a fighting champion he is. Leapfrogging over Zach Knight. Zach Knight now roll up, using the ropes, but the momentum of Zach Knight. 1, 2. JJ Gale managed to capitalize on it. Quick covers here between Knight and Gale. And these two locking eyes with one another. Of course, it was just meant to be Chris Bronson versus JJ Gale, but Zach Knight, speaking to our commissioner, speaking even to our owner, Pete Bainbridge, and using his influence to get into this match as Bronson blindsides the both of them, sending Knight crashing into Gale.
Well, I can tell you this for something. If Zach Knight came and asked me for anything, it would be his. I'm not going to stand around. I'm not psychotic. I'm not stupid. Mr. Fox is a man of intelligence himself. He knew it was the right decision to put Zach Knight in this match. Whether for the company or just for himself, it was still the right decision.
I mean, could you imagine Zach Knight as our Southwest Wrestling champion? That would be an esteem. That would be a pleasure for this company to be led by someone as the prowess of Zach Knight. But he manages to get under Chris Bronson, catches him, and now the arm leapfrog over. World of Sport.
Well, this is not the place I thought this match was going to go to.
Oh, and did you hear that? Further, Zach Knight leaps over the top rope, and Zach Knight is a tall man. He is a tall, intimidating man. And now taking Chris Bronson out to JJ Gale, but caught by Knight. The power of the Gaffer.
If you try and tell me that's the hardest part of the ring, I'm going to slap the heads off you.
I will.
But I can promise you, it's hard enough to do some serious damage.
Anything that prevents me from getting smacked in the head, but a massive chop.
I felt that.
Oh, and I felt that JJ Gale having the spit smacked out of him with that huge chest chop. Zach Knight showing his authority here. Chop missed though. JJ Gale ducking under it, and now Irish whip reversed. Gale being sent over by Bronson. And now a kick to the back of the head of Bronson. Shoulder thrust into Knight. And the quickness, this is where JJ Gale thrives. The high pace, the high intensity. This is the JJ Gale we know. Amazing drop kick there.
You say amazing. That didn't have the normal zip, the normal pep that it does.
But that was certainly intuitive. And if he doesn't have the same pep in his step, then that is hard to tell. JJ Gale, the spirit, the heart and the soul. And this seems very familiar. Back at WrestleVersary, these two laying it all on the line.
I had to catch up with it when it finally made its way online, and I got to watch the contest because I was unconscious through it the first time. But what a matchup that was! What a showing from what a showing from both men!
Here comes Gale again, and this time catching Zack Knight.
What a showing from both men, but one strike from Zack Knight put me completely off my train of thought. Good grief.
And if that put you off your train of thought, then God knows what Chris Bronson is thinking after that. JJ Gale now sent on, up and over, and now cover again. 2. Thus far, it seems as though the contest in terms of pin attempts have been between Gale and Knight thus far. Bronson not able to get much impact in this match.
Whether by choice or by fluke, that's probably to his advantage, because every time he's been in there, it involves Zack Knight and just punched him.
Oh my God!
Oh God, oh.
Irish whip, Gale leapfrogging. Oh, but there we go, there it is, the knee.
Paging Mr. Gordon, you were...
Oh my God! And bloodthirsty spine buster!
There it is!
The most beautiful spine buster in the game, Chris Bronson. And now, looking to take advantage of that bum leg. Our champion is hurt. Our champion is caught in a compromising position with that leg, that bum leg. And now Chris Bronson, we've talked about his intellect. Let's talk about his viciousness as he uses the ring post to inflict more pain.
Viciousness be damned. This is his will to win.
And you look at that figure 4 stretch, and our referee, this is a triple threat, no disqualifications. There's oh so much Rory White, our lead official, can do as Chris Bronson holds that chair. Don't do it, Chris! Oh my God! But Zack Knight,
even if I was wrong about the injury, which I wasn't, even if I was wrong about the injury, which I wasn't, it's done now.
oh my God! And we talked about Bronson, whether you've mentioned it by fluke or by purpose, maintaining outside presence and now using it to his effect. That steel chair being used to the best of Chris Bronson's ability.
He has bent it over the man's spine. I use the word clairvoyant now, feels like it might be being overused a bit.
And our official, our commissioner, Mr. Fox.
He's interfering in business he has no right to right now. But I'm going to go back to what I said. Whilst they sort this out and see if JJ can carry on through injury, you're welcome.
And Chris Bronson eyeing up JJ Gale. Don't. This is not the way this match should go. Oh my God! Chris Bronson, the stallion is bloodthirsty.
No business for Mr. Fox. There is no disqualifications in a triple threat match. There is nothing wrong with the actions of the stallion.
And we just have to, for Southwest Wrestling roster, helping JJ Gale out. He is limping out of there. And Chris Bronson, the stallion, stampeding the absolute life out of Zack Knight. This is not the way.
It's
So briefly, so for now, just to echo what Francesco has said, JJ Gale going back for medical assistance. Now it is just, at this point of time, a singles match between Chris Bronson and Zack Knight.
at this point in time. Do you think after a vicious assault like that, he will be coming back out here?
It's called optimism, Gilligan. It's called hope. We will find out. We will keep you informed when we know, or whether the clairvoyant ability of Gilligan Gordon will tell us. But just for now, it is Chris Bronson versus Zach Knight.
It is boring being right. It is boring being right all the time. And I'm telling you, wow, Bronson might have been very wrong making that decision, but it's boring being right. And I tell you now, this match is over very soon with the Stallion standing tall.
Chris Bronson looking to become a two-time Southwest Wrestling heavyweight champion. Zach Knight looking to get the championship.
The power that Chris Bronson.
Mr. Fox has just informed me that JJ Gale has 5 minutes to get back to the ring. Otherwise, he will be out of this match.
Oh, what? What?
How generous! How generous! 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
It's been 5 years. He's not going to make it back out here.
That is for time limit for JJ Gale to make a decision now. But within that 5 minutes, we might have a new Southwest Wrestling heavyweight champion as Zach Knight cross bodies Chris Bronson, and both men tumbling over.
The Knights are chaos. They are complete and utter, unhinged anarchy. And you just saw it there from Zach Knight. But I still have to hitch my wagon to the man who I picked on the first day I met him as the man that will lead British wrestling to the highest heights in Chris Bronson.
Chris Bronson now, oh my God, being absolutely battered by Zach Knight. Zach Knight putting that bucket to the head and just crashing Chris Bronson into there. The rules of no disqualification still applying here at this moment of time.
Where's the Fox? Where's the Fox? Where is he to come and take the weapons off of Zach Knight? This is bias. This is bias. This is
oh my God. This
Don't
is...
try and distract
No, I am commentating the match, sir. I am commentating the match. I am a good Catholic boy, but Jesus Christ, Chris Bronson is being beaten up like he owes Zach Knight money, and Zach Knight feels like he's owed the Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Championship at this point. Chris Bronson being absolutely decimated here.
Why is this okay? Why is it okay for Zach Knight to use weapons and plunder? Why is it that Chris the Stallion Bronson isn't allowed to pick up a single chair?
Chris Bronson absolutely decimated the leg. This was not intent to win over JJ Gale. It was intent to injure JJ Gale. But Zach Knight taking charge and charging up. Clothesline to a sitting down Chris Bronson. Chris Bronson looks out of it.
You want to say this show is called Talk About a Revolution? I think Chris Bronson just got put through a revolution. I think that's 360 degrees his head spun.
And it might be a revolution. Zach Knight might lead the revolution as the new champion, or we can go back to the era of the Stallion. If he is able to get that championship once again, becoming a two-time Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, there's only been a finite of people who have had that claim.
I'm getting so excited and caught up in the action. I don't know how long's left on the time, but I'm making about 5 seconds left for JJ Gale to get back out of here. So let's wrap this up and say that he...
Oh my God!
On earth! Where is the Fox? Where is Mr. Fox?
Chris Bronson.
He needs to remove all the weapons. This is ridiculous. Chris Bronson needs to... He's never going to survive this.
And look at the intensity of Zach Knight.
He's got his mother's eyes, that's for sure.
There's nothing sweet about Zach Knight at this point. It is all rage. It is all intent to become the new Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Catapult into the ring post.
That is the hardest part of the ring.
Steel on flesh makes for a bad time, and Chris Bronson is certainly having a bad time as he is dragged back into this ring, and Chris Bronson is in dire straits at this moment.
Oh, how apropos, dire straits indeed. But, oh, yes! Yes!
And what else should we... No! Pile driver!
Yes! Send it home! Call Mary Jane and tell her we're celebrating tonight! Stallion, get him in, get him pinned, and get that belt back around your perfect waist!
But Chris Bronson has taken too much damage at this point. He barely knows where he is. He needs to get Zack Knight into this ring. He needs to pin Zack Knight to make it official.
What are these people counting for? Come on, surely this is over 5 minutes. Surely we're far over 5 minutes. Just ring the bell. Give the belt. Give the championship, the title. Give it back to the Stallion.
Stallion, instead of actively getting Zack Knight back into the ring, is arguing with our official Rory White. There is still fight in Zack Knight. Look at the rage.
Oh no.
The gaffer.
We gotta get out of here. I'll be right back. Oh, you know what? No, we'll keep it right here. But come on, Bronson, fight. Don't let him get back up.
The gaffer is looking to put the Stallion out to pasture. Huge strikes from Zack Knight. Double clotheslines from both of them. Zack Knight powering through, but this time both competitors go down. And Mr. Fox coming out.
Now the Fox is back.
Mr. Fox, and there is Gale. There is Gale. JJ Gale fighting everyone off to defend his Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
He has tossed off the security. He's going to run straight through Mr. Fox.
Take him, JJ. Yes, that's it. Get him out of your way. JJ Gale, one leg and all.
He's hurt. It's been 17 minutes. This is unfair. He had 5.
JJ Gale. Injury be damned. Bad leg be damned.
Bronson, stop him. Finish this.
JJ Gale from the top rope.
How is he?
JJ Gale. Top rope moonsault. Taking out both Bronson and Knight. The fight of JJ Gale. Call it spirit. Call it adrenaline. Call it what you want. JJ Gale is fighting. Knight now roll through. Off the ropes. German!
Snap German suplex. This is unfair on the Stallion. He is being robbed right now of what is rightfully his.
It isn't rightfully his until he makes a pin. For now, it is between these three. But look at Chris Bronson. Bad leg though. Chris Bronson now. But he can't make the pin. That leg. That bad leg.
This is ridiculous. JJ shouldn't be back out here. Why is Bronson being put through this torture and
Chris
torment?
Bronson already up though. JJ Gale looking for the Gale Force cutter. Doesn't get it. Caught. Zack Knight laying out Chris Bronson. And now Zack Knight, small package. Roll up 1, 2. No.
Only 2. There's still a chance.
Knight now rebounds in, misses the lariat, gets it that time though.
Eerily reminiscent of the sex swing from the Flynn Daddy. He missed with the first, he caught with the second. But I need the Bronson, I need the Stallion. Come on, I can't even keep my head on straight.
Zack Knight is in the best position he can be to win. Looking for...
Is that a razor's edge?
It looks like a razor's edge, but
into the buckle!
Into the buckle! But what's this? What is this?
Charlie Sterling!
Charlie Sterling! Interrupting this triple threat. He had a match with Zack Knight that did not have a finish, and Charlie Sterling is finally coming up against Zack Knight again. These two have got unfinished business. We last saw these two at Bristol laying out each other. Zack Knight is now preoccupied with Charlie Sterling.
He hit Charlie straight out of his shoe.
But Gale Force, no! Caught! Stallion! Press up! No! But roll up, roll through! 2! Oh my god, no, only a 2! Stallion misses! Super kick! Caught Chris Bronson! And again! This is for Southwest Wrestling Championship. Gale force on Bronson. 1, 2, 3.
No! Of all the things, Charlie Sterling, even the odds, and still JJ Gale has robbed the Stallion.
He would be a fighting champion. By God, he fought for his championship on one leg. JJ Gale showing why he is heart and soul, fighting through the pain, fighting through two very game competitors, and the reign of Gale reigns on.
Unbelievable boxing. Unbelievable spirit, but I promise you, the Stallion isn't done. He will sit on the throne again.
The wins rack up for JJ Gale. We'll see how much damage though the Stallion has committed to JJ Gale.
Talk about a revolution, and that's the theme of today's show. This man has been a revolution. JJ Gale has been a revelation in SWW. But my money, my love for the Stallion is unwavered. And this reign will end very soon.
Well, we'll see if your clairvoyant ability will come to pass. Gilligan Gordon, thank you so much for joining me here on commentary.
Conan O'Brien, the pleasure has been all yours. This has been Southwest Wrestling SWW. Talk about a revolution. I have been your old pal Gilligan Gordon. You have been Connor something, and we will be back next time with the Stallion as our champion. Count on it.
Gilligan Gordon there, Connor Bailey here. We'll see you all very soon.
You